Hey everyone, today I want to talk about Trinity Rodman being out of contract this winter, okay? And the Washington Spirit are super stacked in building quite the roster, but of course with the salary cap, there's a lot of considerations, to take in every time. And you got Hatch and Sullivan coming back from maternity leave. Trinity was once upon a time the highest paid player in the league, but that was back in 2022, I believe. And I knew there was interest before, and so I'm thinking now if she goes, okay, where would she go? Who needs her the most? Okay, Michelle Kang, besides owning the Washington Spirit, owns the London City Lionesses, and she has Lyon in France. Okay, I don't think Trinity would go to France. That team's pretty stacked. PSG could probably use her, but I don't think they're one of the teams. But if I was Michelle Kang and Trinity was going to be lost to the Spirit, I don't know that I would hesitate to try to bring her to one of my teams, though, because you don't want to let that kind of quality player go to your rivals anywhere if you can help it. And London City could definitely use her ability because they are ambitious, but they could use a Rodman on their flanks. Other than that, so if you think about who could use her and who might be coming in for her, I mean, I've not heard a thing, but Barcelona, she would certainly be a fit there. I don't think any of the Italian teams have the money, but if they're not paying a transfer fee, maybe. But I have not heard a word about that. I look at the WSL. Chelsea doesn't need her at the moment. They're stacked. Man City does not need her as long as their wings stay healthy. Arsenal does not need her. But who does need her? Man United could use her a lot. They need a Trinity Rodman in one form or another. If they can't get her, they better get somebody. And of course, London City. The other English team they could use her, but I don't think can afford her, is Tottenham. Other than that, after those teams at the top, I can't see her going to anyone lower. Aston Villa, etc. That's just not going to happen right now. And so, why would she go? Well, obviously, the number one thing would be money with no transfer, so she could be paid higher because there's no salary cap. Why would she stay? She's got an ongoing back issue. Right now, she's hobbled with her knee, which should heal. But you've taken into account her personal life, ties to the community in DC, et cetera, et cetera. And sometimes money is not everything. Maybe they can get around some of the cap issues with more sponsorship money. Sometimes general happiness outweighs a little bit more money. But the fact is, for the women's players, they do not make as much money as the men. Okay, so they have to get it while they can. Maybe they need to sell books like Mary Earps to get that. But I say go for every dollar you can while you can because careers are short. And I don't want her to leave the Spirit, but if she does, Man United seems the logical team for me. And that is what I actually heard like 6 weeks ago, maybe more, that they were sniffing around there. Okay. And that's not confirmed by anyone else here in the soccer media, but I have heard it from other people. So across the pond. And we'll see what happens. But you can see my point about Michelle Kang would be crazy to lose Trinity from Washington Spirit and not try to get her to one of her other two teams to keep such a quality player. Now, how that looks to fans, I don't know how everyone will react. I personally don't care, but I've done a Michelle Kang video about how she could wreck other teams while she controls three very good clubs, okay? Let me know what you guys think about Trinity in the comments below, where she's going to land, etc. And if you've heard any other concrete stuff, I'm recording this right after the Spirit Thorns playoff game today. Please let me know. Hit me up on Blue Sky or something like that if you can't leave a comment here. All right? You guys take care. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.